The story begins with a game show. There were 11 members in this game. 9 of them were civilians and 2 were Mafias. The game was simple. Civilians had to find the Mafias and vote for them. They had to eliminate them from the game. The Mafias had to act like civilians and try to save themselves till the end of the game. During this time, if the civilians considered a civilian to be a Mafia and voted against them and eliminated them, then that civilian would be killed immediately after giving a terrible punishment. The death of the loser in this game was real. Everyone knew this. But still they came to play this game, because the winner would get such a big reward that his life would change. Now the game master starts telling about all the members. First of all, an old man is told about Luca, that he was a very big gambler, and he was also very rich. He was so addicted to gambling that he even bet on his life. There his grandchild was waiting for his death, so that as soon as his grandfather dies in this game, all his money would go to these children. But Luca had already made a contract that if I die in this game, my money would go to charity instead of my grandsons. On the second number, we are told about a boy named Alan, who has just been diagnosed with cancer last stage. He had only 3 months left to live. He decided that he would come to this game and try to earn money. He has to die anyway, although his wife wanted him to spend this last day with his family. But he did not listen to his wife, because he thinks that he can financially support his family by playing this game. After this, the game master tells about contestants 3 and 4, that they did not come here for money. They are prisoners of jail, and they have participated in this game to get freedom. Actually, the government also had a contract with this game. Any prisoner of jail could take part in this game. If he wins, the government releases him, while his winning money goes to the government's treasury. After this small introduction, the game master asked everyone, "Who is the Mafia?" Everyone showed themselves as civilians. Then the game master said that you will be given only 10 minutes. You have to vote and eliminate someone. Their time had started. All the contestants' family and friends were watching the show. The first contestant in the game refuses to vote for anyone, while a contestant named Mary takes the name of Killian. That means she selects him to eliminate him. Peter says to him, yes, he is the Mafia. Seeing both of them speaking together, a man recognized that he has seen them somewhere. Then we found out that Mary was actually a ballet dancer. Peter was a big fan of her. But one day, Mary had a very bad accident due to a storm, and both of her legs went into this accident. After that day, Maria's biggest fear was rain, lightning and storm. Doctors told Mary that Mary will be able to dance again like an artificial leg. But this treatment was very expensive, for which Mary had to come to this show. Peter also came to help Mary in this game. He had already sold a lot of his stuff for Mary, and now he came to risk his life. After hearing this, everyone thought that Mary has come here with a supporter. This way he can eliminate anyone. To save his life, first of all, these people voted to eliminate Mary. However, seeing everyone doing this, Peter also confessed that he is the Mafia. But by then it was too late. Everyone had voted against Mary. And after voting, Mary showed everyone a tattoo of her hand and told everyone that she was a civilian. But now his death was confirmed. His chair rose up and went into a ball of smoke. Peter also tried to save him, but he was tied to his chair. As soon as he went into that sad circle, Mary fainted, and Mary faced her biggest fear, i.e. lightning, escaping from which she started running forward, and finally reached a peak. There was a river below it. He decided to jump into the river from here, and as soon as he started jumping, the lightning caught him in the air and killed him. And here in the real world, we also found out that Mary is dead. The next round of the game started, and in this round, everyone voted against Butcher, although he was also a civilian. But now he was eliminated, so now he had to die. His chair rose up and went into that ball of smoke. As soon as he went into that ball of smoke, the game master told everyone that Butcher was not afraid of anything. To find out his fear, he was given a psychological test, in which it was found that Butcher was not afraid of anything, but he did not like to live among fools. Because of this, his punishment was very different from other people. Now, because he was not afraid of anything, he was not punished by facing his fear. In fact, he was given a different punishment. It is shown that 2 men came to kill Butcher in that seer, who first kill Butcher well. But then Butcher uses his mind, and picks up the soil from the ground, and puts the soil in their eyes, and then picks up a bottle and attacks them, and kills them. But these guards were still alive after dying again and again. But Butcher did not give up, and fought with them again and kept killing them. Seeing this, all Butcher's companions were happy. After all, when the guards died, Butcher also thought that his life would not be spared. But this did not happen. Suddenly, as soon as he put his foot back, his foot hit a stone and he stood up. When he fell back, there were big holes in his head, and he died there. As soon as Butcher died, the game master sets the timer again and tells them to vote for the Mafia again. When everyone started arguing to vote, Constantine said, "I can easily tell who the Mafia is, because I have the superpower to predict the future. People used to call me the Dark Messenger. I work for the government too. I give them advice during the war. And apart from this, I have also participated in many paranormal shows." According to Constantine, this time Peter was the Mafia. Everyone asked him, "If you already knew who the Mafia was, then why did you let the first people die?" Then Peter said, "I want to get all this money for myself. I don't want to divide this money with any civilian. That's why I let what was happening earlier." According to Constantine, many people had voted against Peter. But 3 people voted against Peter because they felt that Peter should not be alive. He is using his powers in the game, and this is not fair at all. But the vote against Constantine was less, and the vote against Peter was more. So Peter was eliminated. Now Peter will be killed. Peter had no fear except for Maria's death. But psychological tests found that Peter was afraid of water. That's why he was sent into the water in the Black Sea. A small boat was in the middle of the sea, and the surrounding sharks started to shake him. To save himself, Peter kills a shark with a sharp object, and the rest of the sharks start to eat the dead shark. Taking advantage of the opportunity, he jumps into the sea. To save himself, he wanted to swim and go to the other side. But he saw Mary in front of him. She was calling him to her side. Peter got lost and went to her side. But suddenly Mary turned into a shark and ate him. And it was also told in the real world that now Peter is dead. And here they were also told a bad news. Peter was also a civilian and not a Mafia. Game Master tells them that the 3 people you have voted and eliminated so far, all 3 of them were civilians. Both the Mahias are still inside you. You have to get them out of here. After saying this, Game Master tells about Vulture. He was a military officer, but because of his mistake, all the soldiers of his battalion were killed. To end this regret, he has come here. After this, Game Master tells about Stephen, who was a prisoner of jail at this time. Because of him, his friends had an accident. In this accident, his 2 friends were killed and he went to jail. His biggest fear was that he should not die in jail. During these talks, the voting time also starts here. 2 contestants argue with each other, and they both vote against each other. Most people go against Vulture, and thus Vulture is eliminated. But it turns out that this time too they made the wrong choice, because he was also an ordinary civilian. The Mafia was still alive. His chair now goes inside the Black Sea, where he faces his biggest fear. There was a war going on here. In this war, he tries a lot to save his soldiers and kill his enemies. But the enemies kill him along with his soldiers. Now it was Laura's turn. Game Master tells that Laura had everything. She had a happy family. She had money. But then she got used to drinking. Because of this habit, her eldest son died, and she lost her family. She wanted to commit suicide, but she was afraid of heights. That's why she joined this game. She told that she had not left her house for the last 8 years. Not only this, she also confesses that she was the girl who testified against Stephen, and told the police that Stephen was driving a car. And because of that, Stephen was jailed today. Laura apologizes to Stephen, and now she is sent to the Black Sea. As soon as she goes there, she is shown that she was in a plane, and the plane was moving fast towards a storm. That storm started crashing the plane. Slowly the plane got destroyed, and Laura also died in that. After that, the voting starts again, and this time, everyone votes against Constantine. It turns out that they chose the right person for the first time. He was a Mafia, and because of their choice, he also had to die. He is also sent to the Black Sea, where he faces his fear. He was afraid of getting old, and here, he gets old, gets sick and gets killed. After that, everyone eliminates Stephen. Stephen is also sent to the Black Sea, where he is shown his biggest fear, his biggest sad day, when he was spending his last day with his mom. But he had sadness in his heart. He had tension. He knew that his freedom will end today, and from tomorrow, he will go to jail. As soon as he goes to jail, he feels sad, and he dies. Now there were only 4 people left in the game. One of them was a Mafia. They were given only 2 minutes to select. But before voting, a contestant said that Kira and Kate were both friends. As soon as he said that, we are shown Kiran's story, who was only a part of this game on the date of her friend. Only a day before the start of this game, he met Kate. They felt attracted to each other, and they revealed all their secrets to each other. Kate told him that she was afraid of heights, deserts and snakes. Kate also told him that she grew up in an orphanage. She didn't think that someone would come to save her in this world, or someone would love her in this world. But the interesting thing was that both of them didn't tell each other that they participated in the game, and both of them were shocked to meet each other. During this debate, 2 minutes of selection time was over, and the computer chose Kate to punish. As soon as Kate was moving up, Kiran caught her, and they both reached together in that world. There, Kiran sees that Kate was standing on a glass floor. Kiran told her to trust her. She will save her. Kiran held her hand, and they started running, and the glass kept breaking from behind. Finally, they reached the ground. They saw light coming out from between the two stones. As soon as they reached the light, many snakes attacked them. When they escaped from the snakes, they faced a big dragon. The dragon attacked both of them. Then Kiran noticed that there was a strange mirror hanging on the dragon's neck. She held the mirror and killed the dragon by putting the sun's light on the dragon. They went back to the stones with the mirror. The stones were not shining from the first triangle. As soon as they put the mirror between the stones opened like a door. And inside, they saw another house. When they went inside, Kate told Kiran that this was her orphanage. She always wanted to know who left her at the orphanage. She was always sad because of this. Was this her life? Kiran told her that you don't have to be emotional. You have to face all these things. As soon as she said this, Kate's sad life passed in front of her, and Kate saw her without being emotional. After overcoming all these difficulties, when they went ahead, they saw that they had finally reached the Game Master. The Game Master told them that they were the winners of this game, because they had passed all the psychological tests. The Game Master told everyone else that Kiran was actually a mafia. According to the rules, if a civilian and a mafia are eliminated, the mafia wins. But for Kate, one advantage was that she got permission to go alive. Because of this, both Kate and Kiran were very happy. Now they had money and life. As soon as they came into the world of reality, this story ends here by showing them relaxed and satisfied. Thank you for watching video.